She also asked for robust procedures by countries to allow victims access to justice and remedies, including compensation. Compensation, but also restitution, which implies reuniting with families, restoration of employment for victims. The UN Special Rapporteur stresses the strong preventative component and requires states to address the very root causes of human trafficking. So what are the root causes? Trafficking is a complex issue perpetuated by many underlying factors. When looking for people to exploit, traffickers seek out vulnerabilities that they can manipulate. This may include poverty, displacement due to emergency, or gender inequality, just to name a few. Trafficking is also extremely profitable. The exploitation of children alone generates approximately $39 billion every year. It also operates like many other industries, in that it adheres to the laws of supply and demand. Therefore, when there is no demand for cheap labor or commercial sex, trafficking will not be used to fill those gaps. So, speaking today of prevention, in addition to calling our government to action, as the UN did last night, on action on policies to prevent and combat trafficking in person, combating demand is one way that we, individuals, consumers, make a difference. How do we do that? By requesting transparency in supply chain, purchasing goods that are ethically sourced, promoting youth voices and children's rights, and raise awareness of the realities of trafficking. In one word or two words, conscientious consumerism. It means that you are thoughtful about what you purchase and how your shopping practices may impact people and the planet. You pause to do research, ask questions, make choices that may be better for others, even if it's not the most convenient option. Through these small actions or changes in demand, we help combat trafficking by choosing products that put human and environmental rights first. With conscious consumerism, we close the gap from an individual level to the government level. Sustainable change can only happen with policies that prioritize transparency and ethical business practices, and conscious consumerism. Federal legislation, such as the California Supply Chain Transparency Act, has laid the foundation for increasing transparency around human trafficking in supply chains, both in the US and around the world. In fact, the UK built its very domestic legislation on this California Supply Chain Transaction Act. It developed the Modern Slavery Act, a bill that engages businesses in identifying and preventing trafficking. Though domestic and global work is underway in addressing the demand side to stop and prevent human trafficking, again, I remind us, it lies with us as consumers to change our behaviors and do our part in eliminating the modern day form of slavery. I leave you with the words by Helen Keller. I am only one, but still I am one. I cannot do everything, but I can do something. And because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do something that I can do. Thank you.